Okay, so I had, when I was invited to replace the rector in this opening ceremony, I had two options. One of them is to spend 5 minutes in doing this protocolar celebrations and congratulations to everyone present, which is of course something that is nice. Although in this case, since we are all known and we've known each other for a long time, I decided to skip that. And since this is basically a Value Creation Wheel conference, that's what I think it's the topic that pervades all the things. The first words should be to Luis, to congratulate him for his work over the last 20 years, as he repeatedly says, and reaching up to this stage. And probably you have noticed that we have here the Diana and Tiago, and I think that Luis should one day explain why these names. I think for those who know him are obvious, but for others maybe they deserve some explanation. Now let me talk a little bit about the Value Creation Wheel. With 3 topics. So I'll mix this in the kind of mix of protocolar opening with my own views on these issues. So let me talk about how an outsider sees this Value Creation Wheel. Then let me link the Value Creation Wheel to Nova Saúde, and I'll explain to you what is Nova Saúde. And then let me talk about Value Creation Wheel and some challenges for the Value Creation Wheel with disruptive innovation in health. I think it's good in the academic environment that we also launch more challenges to the tools that have been developed so far. I think that's no better compliment to someone than to say, you can go further, and we should go further, okay? So what is the Value Creation Wheel from the views of an outsider, as I am on this? Well, it's a tool to screen innovations and bring them to the market. And actually, the important thing is bringing them to the market. It's a result from several years of research and applications, and being a colleague of Luis at Nova SBA, I've been seeing this progressing over the years and how we actually put lots of effort and enthusiasm on moving forward. There is a diversity of applications of this. This one is application to the health sector, but it can apply it to every sector. I think that if you allow Luis, he can give you at least one set of applications for each week of the month for all the 12 months of the year with a full range of things. And so this diversity of applications shows the flexibility of the tool, which is an important aspect as well. It's important it does not substitute innovation, but it provides a filter to innovations. So it needs to have something to start with, but then it provides you with a tool to progress. Now let me talk to you about what is Nova Saúde and how it links with Value Wheel creation. First, Nova Saúde is an effort, internal effort to the university to bring together the different strengths that are related to health inside Universidade Nova de Lisboa. It promotes joint projects. We have several small conferences internal to the university to bring together people so that each of them knows what's going on. We have had presentations of this Value Creation Wheel to students and other colleagues in the university. And we try to create opportunities that people inside the university meet potential research partners, inside and outside the university. It tries to build knowledge across academic units, aim better research, better teaching. And so the Value Creation Wheel from the perspective of Nova Saúde, and we have nothing to do with the development of the Value Creation Wheel, so all the merits are on Luis, and we're just free riding on the idea. And it's free riding is always a good idea if you are the free rider. And the example that the Value Creation Wheel brings is that something that is born inside the university can actually spread out and reach other areas, other people outside the university. I think that's something that will be important as an example for us to follow. Also, other things are important. We can also use the Value Creation Wheel to actually screen other ideas that we may have inside the university. I think that's also an important thing. So what is the main strength where we can try to use this tool also to help the differentiation of Universidade Nova? Well, if you think carefully, all the universities in Portugal will say we are different and we are important in the health sector. It's natural. All of them will claim we are the best, okay? We are here to prove that we are the best. That's a different story. But what is our distinctive factor? Well, we think it's the range of activities that we may have. We can go from the basic discovery of a molecule at a molecular level up to the public policies, up to the bedside of patients and to the population health. And so one of the things that will make sense to me to think about is, can we build on these two things together and actually bring some of the ideas of the Value Creation Wheel, not only for business and bring it to the market, but also for public policies in health? That will be something that will be helpful to bring. I think that's something that we could think about. Can we extend further the Value Creation Wheel to other areas of application? Probably. Now let me just call on the Disruptive Innovation Value Creation Wheel. Why I do look on this? Well, because nowadays it's not uncommon that everyone claims to have a disruptive innovation. And everyone says that disruptive innovation is the future. And if you look on what the European Commission is thinking, they are considering whether they should put lots of money, which means thousands of billions of euros, into promoting research into disruptive innovations. The problem with disruptive innovation is that nobody knows exactly what it means. Everyone knows that, says that my innovation is disruptive. And so the question is whether we can actually identify them. And that's where I think that we can think whether there is a role for the value creation wheel in this area or not. And it's again a challenge for Luis to think about it, okay? Because it's going to be an area of importance and probably something that goes. So let me present what is my definition of disruptive innovation. Creating new markets or expanding an existing market by applying a different set of values which ultimately and unexpectedly overtakes an existing market. So it's actually something that displaces what's there. Okay? And that's the idea of disruptive I want to focus. This is different from other innovations, which are sustaining and continuous, which when we improve a product or a service, and it's expected that you can be able to improve the service, or when you innovate and you just unexpectedly have something new, but does not disrupt the market in the sense of discontinuing the market. And so that will be sustaining and discontinuing innovation, but does not disorder the market. Since we are talking about the healthcare sector and focusing on the healthcare sector and disruptive innovation in the healthcare sector, I was curious, and that's one of the things I look forward for this morning, is whether the examples that we presented here, whether the discussions that we're going to have actually will bring more attention to one type of innovation or to the other. To which type of innovation will the value creation will bring more information? In particular, how it will treat disruptive innovations. Yes, now it's a challenge not to Luis, but all the presenters that are going to be here during the morning. Can we shed light on this part? Important point, high technological content is neither necessary nor sufficient to have disruptive innovation, okay? And so that's an important thing. And so taking a definition of disruptive innovation in the healthcare sector, can the value creation wheel screen innovations that disorders old systems, demands new sets of values and cultural changes for health professionals, patients, and citizens? This is a disruptive innovation in health. So the question that I have for you all, can we at the end of the day tell whether the value creation wheel will identify disruptive innovations? And it's not easy because disruptive innovation is hardly predictable. That's the notion of disruptive, okay? And so the second question is, will the value creation wheel help to overcome barriers to adopting and implementing disruptive innovations when they occur? So instead of giving you solutions, I give you problems. But come on, that's the role of the people in academia. We look on the questions. So whatever the answers to these questions are, I think the discussion of potential uses and widening the application of the value creation wheel will certainly be stimulating for us. And I think that's the purpose of this session, to present the tool, show the applications, and try to actually move further the frontier of our knowledge on this area. I know this was not a typical initial presentation, but at least I have fun doing it, and I learned something, and I look forward to learn more from it. So let me finish with thanks again, Luis, for creating this opportunity, to the Minister of Economy for being here and looking on disruptive things, hopefully, and for Daniel, the Dean of the SBA, to also to get the support that he gives to these initiatives. Thank you all.